to our weather story. Next few days, definitely the beach will be probably the place to be. Of course, with all the social distancing and things, we know that kind of opens up a can of worms. But the reason being, it's expected to get very warm inland today. Coastal areas still held on to a little bit of the coolness, and that's because we have an onshore flow for the most part across the area. But many areas inland today definitely went up at least a few degrees. Some areas actually more than that. But again, look at Pismo Beach, compare that to, say, Paso Robles. Those numbers may come a little closer together tomorrow, even though it will get very warm inland. Could see a little sort of a funk in the system, and I'll show you in just a second in the atmosphere. Right now, widespread 60s along the beaches, a few 70s out there, 80s, and a few 90s inland. And again, very warm. Wind is fairly light. We're not expecting any sort of wind issues the next couple of days. Now, here's what the big map is showing. We're seeing an area of high pressure right about here. It's beginning to build and fill over the west coast. And this time of year, though, we have an interesting thing. This is the part that's hard to deal with as far as a forecast. As it fills in, we expect to see heat. Once you get away from the ocean influence, just a few miles inland, you can have a dramatic change in the weather. And the reason being, ocean is very cold this time of year, so it helps to sort of keep the marine there a little bit juiced up, if you will, a little bit invigorated. And so we're going to go with this. Definitely hot inland, but cooler right along the coast. But it may be sort of a day-to-day variability. The central coast tomorrow, we expect to see the heat with a mild offshore northeast flow developing across the area all the way to the sand for just about everybody. So Pismo Beach, Santa Maria, famous last words. We're going to go ahead and call you to get into the 80s tomorrow. However, if that sea breeze sort of holds its own with that cold ocean, we may be really just outright wrong as far as those temperatures. So we'll wait and see tomorrow. But either way, definitely your inland areas are going to be very, very hot. And this is going to be the story the next several days. Inland areas, for those areas well off the coastline, we're talking 50 to 100 miles. You're going to see heat issues through much of next week, all the way till about Thursday. And again, as you look at our heat advisory right there, I kind of pulled the map back just to show you how broad this heat wave is. Might see just that sliver of coastline, which might actually be able to dodge the heat. So let's go ahead and look at our FUTURECAST and look how much the marine there, the heavy marine there, gets pulled way out into the ocean. But as we get a little bit closer and we look at our fog tracker, kind of tighten it up, tomorrow morning, there's the marine there. It's not really pushing very far inland, but it does want to kind of stay in the game, so to speak. And even on Tuesday, when we expect further heating, a little bit more heating for the inland areas, look how the marine there says, not so fast. I might be a part of your game tomorrow, at least, or the next couple of days, right on the immediate sand. Again, if you go just a few miles inland, you wouldn't know the ocean was out there because it will likely be pretty cool, or very warm, excuse me, as we get, again, away from that ocean influence. So there are your high temperatures on Monday, and then watch what happens as we jump from Monday, Memorial Day, to Tuesday, say Paso Robles. You go up to 100 degrees, many areas, but then our computer kind of picking at possibly keeping the beaches a little bit cooler in some areas. So again, we'll have to watch it day to day as far as that marine there. There are your temperatures on Memorial Day Monday. Mostly sunny and warmer for just about everybody, especially again inland areas where it will go into the 80s and 90s. Triple digits probably going to happen on Tuesday. Don't expect that tomorrow. And again, the beaches, kind of the wild card. Some beaches may end up not having much of that ocean influence and will really warm up, say Ventura. And you can see that when you go just a few miles inland and down Oxnard, about an 8-degree difference, and that's again because of that variability in the marine there. Not a whole lot of surf out there, but there was a little bump today. Hopefully that'll hold for your Memorial Day Monday. And a quick look at our 7-day forecast. Again, look at the warmth lingering all long. We do expect to see an area of low pressure showing up by late in the work week toward next weekend. It'll slowly notch down those temperatures and bring in a little more cloudiness with regard to the marine there. So the next couple of days, if you're inland, expect the heat, really plan for it. If you're by the beaches, you'll probably have a little bit more cooler conditions coming late in the afternoons with the sea breeze. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.